Alright, welcome back.
A very different start.
I was like thinking about this. I was like, oh, I think I got this. I think I know what to say. And then, welcome to the Slice and Spice podcast.
We can just cut this out. We can always start over.
No cuts. No cuts. This is raw footage.
Yeah.
Raw. This is welcome to the Slice and Spice podcast.
Okay. Took a British accent.
I know. I had a British.
Oh, wow. You're so flustered. You know?
I had to finish it with a British accent. This is called being microphone shy. I can't say camera shy because I'm not on camera.
I don't know. Maybe it's called. What's it called?
Stage phobia.
No. Performance anxiety.
Performance anxiety.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see what's so funny. You know,
it's okay. We're getting
it's a very serious issue.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about things. That's the introduction that I was thinking about.
I feel like there should be something more specific, but I feel like it works for now, you know?
It works for now.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't come prepared, so...
Oh, you haven't?
No.
No? Okay.
We're gonna be spontaneous today.
Okay. Man, I swear it's something. I also forgot it. Oh, I do remember it, though. I do remember, actually. Oh my god. I can't even drink tea, man.
Shut up.
I was gonna ask.
What
is wrong with you?
Do ask?
I was gonna ask. Why you wanted to start this?
Oh.
I feel like it's something you should have done in the first one, but you know.
Yeah. Well, the first one was really very
organized,
structured.
Yeah.
Organized. I guess I would say you could say it's organized. That's the fact that the microphone wasn't plugged in, and this one we finally have it plugged in.
No, it's okay.
But we all have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
I wanted to start this. Well, the first thing was as a consumer, a listener of podcasts.
Yes.
I was like, this is cool. And usually when if you like to listen to something or for somebody like to watch basketball, it's very closely related to actually liking to play basketball, as an example.
That's true. I think that's, yeah.
Yeah. So, I had the idea of, listening to all these podcasts. Why do I keep saying it?
You're saying it right, and then you're like...
I know, it feels wrong.
You're saying it wrong.
Anyways, so... it kind of made me, I want to do this myself. If people can do it, why can't I?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking... And then after that... Or I don't know. There's no time period here, but when sometimes we would have conversations, I was like, this could be a baller ass podcast episode. So I just put. I was gonna say put two and two together, but that doesn't really make any sense.
So you're like, let's just jump right into it.
Just jump right into it. And then also thirdly, is I like making things, creating content. Mm-hmm. So. This is another way to express that form of creation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. I have something else and then I forgot.
I'll ask you a question. I'll do you better.
Okay.
Why did you accept to join me on this journey?
So it's a good question. I didn't really see a reason not to. It's I feel like it's really every response. Yeah. I did not see a valid reason to say no. You know.
So that's also that's your reasoning.
Yeah, no, honestly, but also if you're if you're doing all this stuff, you ask me to join you with it. I feel yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
So it's impolite to say no.
No, not that it's impolite. I don't think there's anything wrong with if I was like, no, I don't feel like doing a podcast, but I feel like,
I think that's not what you said, though. That's the thing.
What do you mean?
The thing is, you agreed to this.
Yeah. So. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm just like, it could be interesting, I guess. You know?
It's very unheavy like you.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what's your question?
I do remember. if you listen to podcasts, because I don't know if you actually listen to podcasts. I mean, you listen to like the Misfits or something sometimes.
Yeah, I used to.
Okay.
Now I don't really listen to them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Where I started listening to podcasts when I used to do newspaper work.
Mm-hmm.
I used to hang on newspapers, so I had an hour basically, or like 2 hours.
I thought it was like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't an hour. It was like.
That was like
3 hours.
I thought it was like
2 to
3 hours.
2 to 3 hours, yeah. So I had 2 to 3 hours to myself, and there's a limit to how much music you can take in an hour. So I started listening to podcasts, and that really made the time pass go by so quickly, and I got hooked on some podcasts that were really, really fun to listen to.
Mm.
One of them was I'm trying to think. One of the podcasts that I really like listening to was I started listening to the H3H3 one. And then I wasn't like a huge fan of that. So then I started listening to one where you once I think I mentioned this to you about this podcast where people interview people whose lives are pretty wacky, where they tell people to send them like things that some crazy shit.
Okay.
And people will send them an email like, oh, I'm into this or I did this and whatever, and they'll interview them. So they want to interview people who are into all sorts of kinks or fetishes, and then people who there's somebody that wants interviewed who traveled in a van by himself, and interviewed somebody who had OCD, and tell them how it's like. So I really like that one. I can't remember. There's another one I also really liked, but I forgot what that was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's how I started. But then after I stopped doing the newspaper work, I kind of lost incentive because I don't really have that hour burn.
I feel you. I listen to them, but the history one I would listen to, the hardcore history, it's 4 hours long. I don't really. There isn't really a time when you're I'm gonna listen to this, except if I'm if I'm walking my dog, or most of it I listened to when we were in Norway, and we had because everything's so far apart because of the mountains and the fjords and everything. We have an 8-hour car ride to get from 10 kilometers somewhere 10 kilometers away. So we had a lot of time to burn.
But also, I think the Celtic, there was a part in the podcast that talked about the Celtic Holocaust.
Yeah.
So was that in Norway?
No.
I don't know.
The Celtic, no, it's not in Norway.
I
don't know exactly where it is.
If it was, that'd be cool because you're in the place that it happened. But okay, well,
I think it was in West Europe or something. I don't know. Wherever Gaul is, the Gallic regions.
I don't know what that
is. The Gaelic regions. I don't know. It's been a while since I listened to it. I don't remember too much. So,
how did you start? How did you get hooked on podcasts?
It's a great question. I don't remember. It had to. It was because I've been listening to them for a long time. It was definitely a sports podcast. I don't remember what I started with, but I don't know. I think I just started listening to basketball podcasts. And then I think there's this one. I think I started listening. There's one guy named Bill Simmons who's a known.
I don't know that name mentioned before.
I don't know what you would call him. He used to be a writer.
Analytic? Analytic?
No, he was a really popular writer, I guess, for the NBA. He used to be on ESPN and all these sports places. He's a huge Celtics homer. He wrote a basketball book.
About what?
About basketball. It's called The Book of Basketball, and it's
what does it talk about?
So there's he has a few things. So Hall of Fame in the NBA is like kind of not. It's the opposite of exclusive. Like everybody gets in. You get like everybody. So he tried to create like his own ranking system, and he called it the pyramid, and it's like the top 100 players. So he tried to do that. He ranked the top 100 players.
So Jordan was on top.
Jordan was on top. Yes. And then he also had a few. I think he had like the eight or six biggest what ifs of the NBA history, because there's a bunch of stuff that happened. And then he had some other just very inside basketball stuff he broke down. Like there is, I think you've heard of them. You know who Will Chamberlain is? I hope. No, you don't know who Will. Wow, he's a dude that scored 100 points in a game. He averaged 50 points one season. His stats are like crazy. So he was in like the 60s and the 70s.
Oh, okay.
And there's another dude in the 60s and 70s named Bill Russell, who has 11 rings.
11 rings?
Yeah, he won 11 championships.
Oh, okay, not in a row though.
He won 8 in a row, I think. Yeah, it's insane. Anyways, there's always an argument about who was better in general of Bill Russell and Wilt, because Wilt has all this, like his stats are absurd. But he only has I think 2 or 3 championships, and Bill Russell has 11. So and he's
quick question: what race are they?
Oh, they're black.
Oh, okay.
So the Bill Simmons guy is he also tries to prove that Bill Russell is better than Will Chamberlain because he's a Celtics fan and Bill Russell played for the Celtics. So yeah. So anyways, he had podcasts. He started like really he's like one of the, if not like the earliest sports guy to do podcasts. So I think I started listening to that, and then I started listening to other stuff.
Yeah, but that book was basically about NBA.
Oh yeah, it's all NBA.
That was like about like the actual game.
Well, actually, no, that reminded me. He also talked about the secret of basketball. He basically like wanted to what separates winning teams? Something like that. The championship teams. So he talked with some people, and then he wrote about that, how like the conclusion he got to is like the secret of basketball is that it's not about basketball. Which he's basically saying how much the chemistry matters more than like that sometimes or most of the time the chemistry outweighs like the talent of the player.
The chemistry between players. Yeah. Okay.
Like if player A is better than player B, but player B gets much better along with like the teammates, then you might actually win more with him. Stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Do you not do that?
Sorry.
Not because it doesn't bother me. It's gonna get picked up by the microphone.
Oh, it's gonna sound like I'm slapping my meat or something.
I wouldn't say slapping it, but definitely beating it.
Okay, there you go.
I'm at a loss for words.
Okay.
What do you think about tea?
I'm not a big tea guy. I think I don't know if it's overrated is the right word, but I'm not a fan. I don't think it's good.
What do you think it's overrated?
I don't know. That's why I corrected myself, man. Wow, you deaf decade? I don't know. Not a tea guy. It's not very tasty.
Tea isn't supposed to be tasty.
Then what is it then? That's the dumbest thing I've heard. What do you mean then?
It's not
tasty.
It's like,
what's the point of consuming it if it's not tasty?
It's not like it's not the same thing as eating something like ice cream.
No, but that's not. I know that's not even what I mean though.
It's like a different type. I enjoy it, but I don't think it's that tasty.
I don't really get it, honestly.
It's kind of similar to, although coffees can be really good, but sometimes I can drink coffee and I'll be like, it's not like, not really like, it's not so tasty. Like it's sort of tasty, but it's not so tasty. But I'm enjoying this coffee.
See, I don't know. I drink what I enjoy. I don't drink something if I don't enjoy it.
No, I do enjoy it.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. I don't enjoy drinking tea. There's no taste in it for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, also health benefits and stuff.
Well, how healthy is tea really? Is it really
pretty healthy? It's all herbs and stuff.
Okay, bro. Like,
unless you're like eating some processed shit, which I hope they don't sell.
I don't know. I never thought of processed tea as a thing.
I don't think processed tea is a thing. I should have made it up.
It's not ever when I'm sick, but that's it.
Yeah. See? Health benefits. Why would you have it when you're sick?
But probably, well, I mean, honestly, probably just because that's what my parents gave me when I was little. To associate being sick and drinking tea.
Health benefits, still. It might be placebo effect, still.
I mean, sure. But like, even when I drink it when I'm sick, I start drinking, and then I'm like, why am I drinking this? I'm not even enjoying this. Like, I don't usually finish my tea. But would you? If I would drink it.
Would you drink? If you drink coffee while you're sick, that doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, what do you mean? It's coffee. Of course it's fun.
I know, but like it. Well, you don't. Never mind. I was gonna say it makes you feel hyper, but you don't really feel. You don't feel the hyper side effects of.
It does not make me hyper.
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 Yeah.
Did I say hyper?
I don't know. I heard hyper.
And
again,
It doesn't make me hyper though. It makes you hella hyper.
Yeah.
You're like school and you're bouncing around. It's like either you got laid or you had coffee. There's only two options, honestly.
That's very true.
Like you're bouncing all over the place. I'm like, Dekel, did you have coffee today? You're like, how did you know? You ever notice how blue the sky is?
It reminds me of one day in like Hebrew class where I had the coffee on the morning before, and like the teacher was just constantly just like, shut up,
yeah,
and I'm just like, I can't help myself. I wonder if it was a placebo effect or if I really felt it.
I mean, it's coffee. That's not how placebo works. Like I see what you mean. I don't think that's.
Because coffee doesn't necessarily make you hyper. It just makes you.
I think it does make you hyper.
Less tired, not tired.
No, but I think depending on the person, it can also make you hyper.
Oh, could be.
For example, if you have a lot of coffee, it makes most people hyper.
Mm-hmm. But also the fact that if you, I don't know, if you believe that the coffee is gonna make you hyper, and you kind of like, I am hyper because of the coffee, then you kind of just let it. You kind of like embody that.
Maybe I don't know. It's an interesting point. I don't know. Placebos are like it's a big problem, man, in the medical workplace. Cause like cause my dad works in the medical field.
I think that's definitely the third test, the group C, where they use something. Well, they always do it, but they usually do it.
What?
When they try testing if there's a placebo effect going on.
Yeah. So for example, if there's like something you put in people, like a small machine or something, it could like not even help, and they just think it helps. So like my dad said I don't remember if it was his old company or just some random company, there was some little machine or something they put in you that did something. I really don't remember what. Anyways, like at one point for half the people they turned it off, and half the people they kept it on, and then they can see if it works or if it's a placebo and stuff. You know. And that happens a bunch of time in medicine. I remember once my dad told me how a company bought this. I don't know if it was this cancer medication or some type of medication for something. And then after they bought it, when they did some more tests, they realized it was a placebo. So they gave these people like I don't know, probably at least $a few million in it for a placebo, I think. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a big L.
What is your dad working again?
Like it's called a incubator. That's what they're called. An incubator.
What is that?
An incubator is a company that invests and helps startups. Like if someone think about it, if you just like thought of now for like an idea for some voodoo shit, right? You're like, I know how to cure corona, right? You're like, what if we just do this? But you might have a great idea, but like you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So you would go to like an incubator, for example, and be like, I got this idea, and either they'd be like, that's a fucking stupid idea, we're not investing in that, I'm helping you, or they'd be like, wow, that sounds interesting, and then they'll like invest you again and then help you set it up and like make something out of it. Like my.
Does the company do anything else besides just that, or does it just invest in stuff?
They invest and help the companies. That's what I think so. I think that's what they do. Because you're also helping them with guidance and stuff like that. Because like usually the startups, they're like a few people at most. Like, they don't, like, in some cases I don't think they know what they're doing even for the most part. Like if you're a doctor and you come up with something, you don't really know how to. You might not know what your like the procedures you have to go through to get something authorized, or even how to build it and to get it manufactured and all types of stuff. So
like, how does a company become an incubator company?
What do you mean? That's what they are from the beginning.
But it would have to be a startup, and they have to grow. It's like
ironically, like they're investors in the incubator for the incubator. I know it's really
incubatorception.
Yeah. Yeah, they're companies that invest in the incubator. That's how it works. Everything invests in each other, bro. It's a circle of investment.
Bro, that's
yeah,
mind fucking. Oh my god. So like a company.
Okay.
Like technically, his company could have started from another incubator that invested in that company.
No, I don't think so. I don't think incubators invest in incubators.
That's what you said.
No. Just because a company investing in something doesn't mean they're an incubator for that company. No, that's not. What are you saying?
I'm saying that so it starts.
Not every startup is in an incubator.
Not every startup is in an incubator.
Yeah,
I know.
So,
but I'm saying they would have to grow into something.
Okay. Yeah, I don't get what you're saying.
They I don't know. It seems very. It feels like in my head, I like it seems like in order for them to actually be able to help others, they have to grow into a big company where they can actually like have enough, big enough to help other companies and invest. Like if you're starting from zero, you can't invest in other companies because.
Oh no, but it starts with somebody who has money and wants to make an incubator. Like in this case, I think it's something like half of the incubator is funded by the government.
Oh, so the government.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he doesn't technically. My dad doesn't like technically work for the government. I think it's something like basically the government invests in the incubator.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, something like that because they want to encourage what do you call it, innovation and stuff. I think.
And Corona, they're probably investing even more now.
Maybe I don't actually know.
Wait, so they're also investing in another incubator?
Who?
The company, the incubator, the company.
My dad's company? No, they don't invest in other incubators.
No, you said something about another incubator.
No, I misunderstood you. I thought you were saying that incubators invest in incubators. And
so
I'm like,
what do you think? What are you trying to say?
I said that's not a thing.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I don't.
There goes all my hopes and dreams.
I don't think that's. I think it'd be very weird if that's the thing.
I mean, that'd be pretty funny.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a big incubator, and it's an incubator for all the incubators of their fields. Because like that's an incubator only for medical devices though. You know. Maybe there's an incubator. There's an incubator for incubators.
A business incubator.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So it has a medical incubator. I don't know what else there is.
I think business incubators are just companies that want to invest in other companies.
Yeah, but a lot of maybe I don't. Yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Really have no idea.
Look into it.
Look into what? What part of it? There's a lot
of every part. Because incubators are such a big industry.
I mean, I know what invests in my dad's company, but they're not incubators. They're companies that do other shit. One of them I think is a university or something, or maybe some medical something. I don't know.
University.
Here, let me search up what this is real quick. Let me. What?
While he searches up,
Maybe it isn't. I don't know what this is.
let
You know
me
what?
just
I
drink
don't know.
my tea.
You know what? I have no idea. I'm talking out of my ass if I continue here. Why are you slurping? This isn't ASMR, man.
It could be. We can always.
We
must.
we will have to part ways if you turn this into ASMR. Oh my god. You know, I like when in math class when Mila, our teacher just like randomly turns into an ASMR teacher. You know when her voice gets really hoarse all of a sudden. Yeah, and she's like really
why do you say ASMR teacher? It just sounds like she's dying.
Yeah, but like what you're doing there. It's like you're straining to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do feel bad when that happens.
It happened today.
I start laughing
It
inside.
happened today, but then it just like clears her throat and she's fine usually,
Yeah. Man, it sucks being old.
I wouldn't know. Actually, I would.
Yeah, you would. Yeah. You're already there, so you don't even know what it's like.
Yeah, you got the gray hair, you got the bad knees,
transition.
you got bad hearing, bad vision, chest pains, I got it all, man, I got it all.
Did you say bad memory, bad knees?
Oh, the bad knees, I mean the bad memory, I didn't say. Ironically.
That's funny.
I think I said everything else.
Nice. It's very good.
Oh no, did the mic pick that up? Gonna have to flag this video. The sock really brings out the stand of the mic, How much does an actual pop filter cost?
Like probably $10.
Really?
So for those not aware, we have socks on our microphone because we can't afford pop filter, and this is a budget.
It's not like we can afford a pop filter, but if a sock basically gets the job done, and we are Jewish people, I don't see why we would.
Yeah, although it's not perfect. If I had more socks, then it'd probably work better.
I don't know. When we make it to Hollywood, maybe that's when we can invest in a pop filter,
Why Hollywood?
When we get to Joe Rogan's level,
yeah.
When we get that 100 million Spotify deal, and then we can talk about a pop filter, maybe, Have to think about it.
Is Joe Rogan the biggest podcast? Dude?
I think he is. I don't know what's bigger. Maybe there are stuff, but I don't.
Yeah, he's
pretty massive. It's very, very big.
What do you do besides being a comedian and a podcast guy? Like, how do you have such a big following?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. But, he has a lot of interesting people on this stuff.
Oh, no, sure.
That's because he's a big following. But, but at the same time, he's a comedian, so he knows famous people. He already knew, Bill Burr is pretty big. Mm-hmm. He already knew Bill Burr for a long time. He's never had Dave Chappelle on, but Dave Chappelle is also huge. He's been friends with Dave Chappelle forever. Yeah. Kevin Hardy's had on a few times. Kevin Hardy is insanely huge. Yeah. I think he's already known him before. He's also he's also a comedian. He just knows a lot of people. Anyways. Yeah. So. Well, I guess he's in the Hollywood. He's in that show. He can be very. Oh, he also had Fear Factor. He had a show called Fear Factor. Yeah, and he was very. Yeah. What was the show for Fear Factor? People did scary challenges or something. I've never seen it. I just saw Chappelle's show did a sketch on it once. With have you know Tyrone Biggins? Yeah, so he has one on there. Where he's like getting like a pit of snakes in the Fear Factor, and he doesn't even it's like he just falls asleep. In the pit of snakes? Yeah. He's like, ooh, this is comfy! Joe, give me that's a really good... A cup of hot milk. That's a really good voice impression. Joe, can you turn the lights off? Something like that. And you just have to incorporate the crack addiction to it. I need crack, goddamn! Oh my god, that's such a funny... Such a good character. Yeah. So that's how I think he's... Because I think also Fear Factor, I think it was pretty popular. Mm-hmm. For whatever time it was. I don't know, 2005, who knows now, maybe later. Mm-hmm. I don't know, people like Joe Rogan, you know?
I guess they do.
I mean, he had like, Bernie on, hasn't I think? He had, like, Mr. Bernie on there. Bernie Sanders.
Oh, yeah, right.
Feel the Burn.
Feel the Burn.
He had Andrew Yang. He was on a few places. He was a dude running on the Democratic side.
Right. And that was crazy, because then, what was it? Political media was crossing over into, like,
I don't know. He got like
media?
there was something that was I listened to a very occasional Joe Rogan podcast. Like I listened to like when I first started listening to it a few months ago. I listened to like a good amount for the first like a month, and then I kind of realized with the I guess the comedians and producers and all that stuff, kind of like ends up talking about the same stuff for 3 hours. You know, he's like, people get so triggered today, blah 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 blah. So then I got kind of bored of it. But so I don't know. I didn't see much. But he like mentioned it in a podcast or two that I listened to. How after he had Bernie on, either Bernie got bashed or Joe Rogan got bashed, or they both got bashed. I don't know.
Bashed?
Yeah. I don't know. One of the political sides, I think, tried to twist it for their favor or something.
I was like, in my opinion, I think it was very revolutionary when like if I get a political member come on, especially because like the whole thing, how like the media, like it's a different side of the media, and it's just like
cool. What, Joe Rogan?
Like podcasts, like
yeah.
Well, you don't usually see politicians come on podcasts. And, like,
I don't know if that's true because they're political podcasts. But
yeah, but there's no politicians who actually come to get interviewed.
I don't know if that's true though. But
I'm certain it is, but it's a very small minority.
Think about it though. Like even though it's a podcast, it's not really. It's more like a radio talk show. What Joe Rogan has, you know. Like
yeah, but no.
Like a lot of podcasts, for the most part, is like a what do you call it? Like a reskinned version of just radio TV. I think.
I mean, yeah, but yeah.
You know.
I mean that's basically what podcasts are.
Yeah. So how do we get to Joe Rogan's level? You know.
Fan fiction.
I don't think that's how he did it.
Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Fan service. There.
Oh, is that how he does it? Does that have to do fan service?
No, I don't know how he does it, but you know.
How we'll do it? Okay.
That's how yes.
Okay.
I've heard that's the way to get to the top.
Yeah.
And stay on the top.
What is fan service exactly?
Appealing to the audience because
like changing the like plot and stuff like that, or
no?
Is it just like a TV thing, or just in general thing?
I think it's thing in general. It's when you basically like
when you're a fan simp, would you say when you're a simp to the fans?
Yes, but when I hear fan service, it's basically whenever the creators make something that is very promiscuous and put that in, so you know people are like,
okay,
juicy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it all anime fan service?
How's it? Oh, a lot of it is. It's not all of it.
I don't mean like your Dragon Ball Z. You know your.
There's fan service in Dragon Ball Z.
Is there? I don't know. I think.
Wait, actually.
But like if a character let me give you an example. Spoilers alert. When Jon Snow comes back to life, you know. Anyways, I think he was supposed to come back to life, right?
Yeah.
But let's say he wasn't, and then everyone was like, "I want Jon Snow to come back to life," and then they brought him back to life because of the fans. Is that fan service?
I don't know. Like I think in the literary term, I think it is. Whenever I hear fan service, it's just when they talk about a bunch of Bobs and Vijay on the TV screen or whatever. Like if it's like a developer in their game or whatever kind of creation you're making.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I hear the term for. So basically, what we need to do is become scripters.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought of it as a career path.
Probably not a strong one,
but
probably a very weak one.
I don't know if that's really the way to go, especially for a podcast. I don't see how those two things collide. You know, you can't really strip on the podcast. It doesn't really work.
No, that's true. But you can talk about the podcast about your stripping experiences.
That's true. But right now there are none, so
Well, yeah. So,
gotta hit the club.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
So, since my birthday is coming up,
Yes.
and so I've been thinking about it, because I've been thinking about it happened last year on my birthday. And that was
last year when we did something in my house?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was not on the actual day.
Well, okay, yeah.
But I always like, I was thinking about how last year, so throughout the whole area of time around my birthday,
yeah,
it was like really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But on the actual day, it was trash.
Why?
Because we didn't do anything.
Okay.
We tried. So last year we went and we tried to play tennis. There was like nothing was going on that day. We together were trying to like.
Wasn't it like a holiday or a Saturday or something?
It was a Saturday, yes.
Okay.
And we're trying to find a place to play tennis.
Yeah.
And
everything was closed.
Everything was closed.
Yeah.
And basically nothing happened that day.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really boring day.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking to myself, I feel like subconsciously the thought of when a birthday day comes up,
yeah,
subconsciously the expectations of the day are already raised, and I feel like it's just a path to failure, not failure, path to failing, to making it feel like a shitty day.
Yeah, it did. It's first of all, it's like I always say, it's the power of expectations.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, I've had for the most part, very mundane birthdays since I moved to Israel. Mm-hmm. So it's not. I see what you mean though.
Yeah. And like,
but the problem with you're very selfish, Deco, having a birthday in June. It's because like this is when you have a bunch of tests in the end of the year and stuff. It's a very inconvenient time to have a birthday.
What do you mean?
Like my sister always had my sister, it was always a problem that she like when we lived in America, she always had finals around her birthday, and usually like sometimes we would just like do her actual birthday dinner like a week later, like when we would go to a restaurant or something.
As long as you do it, it's fine.
I know. No, but I'm just saying for the day. That's because like the day of.
Well, yeah, but it's only this year. It didn't happen last year. Last year we
no, but in general around June you have tests and stuff at the end of the year.
Sure, but it's like, you one night.
I
know.
No
one studies at night,
Well, that's what I say. But I mean, people still like if we did it on your birthday, because which we're not planning to do. Like there are people that'd be like, "Sorry, we have the math test in 2 days. I can't."
Yeah. No, but I mean, I can also understand. I guess I can also understand that. Because if it's like 2 days away, you don't want your.
I don't get it because you're doing it at night anyways, and like.
Yeah, but you also like might stay up late. That I can understand. If you're staying up late and then you usually be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go home," and you wake up late, and it kind of fucks up your whole routine. But also, I think like in your mind, you kind of
first of
feel
all, these people aren't gonna go to sleep anyways. Like come on.
I mean, you don't know.
Like you, yes, but come on. Like most people aren't gonna be like, "Well, I've gotta study tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep at 9 o'clock. Start, when the sun's not even fully out and shining yet."
I've never said that.
I know.
Although maybe not, probably have said that. I've never done that.
But
actually, I kind of like did do something like that. But we don't get into
what.
Once I woke up before school to go on a run.
Oh, I've done that too. You look very surprised.
I know, I'm very surprised.
Back in my running days, when I was.
You'd actually wake up before the school and you're.
I usually did it in the evening because it was just more convenient. Like I did it a few times, like because for the most part, I was like, why would I wake up early? Be like, come on, time to get out of bed, but I can just do it in the evening.
I mean, I think it's the opposite. The whole thing when you wake up, if you do the first thing in the morning, then it's easier for you to do it. Because
I can see that, but I didn't have. I mean, like it's more about in the beginning. Because once you do something for a while, because I ran for, I don't know how long, 6 months, 8 months, I think. I ran for a while, so like at one point you just get used to it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
And then, you just do it.
Easy. Quoting Nike's motto.
I'm stealing. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, I think that they have copyrighted. You can't actually say that without their permission.
Oh, so we're gonna get sued.
Yes.
Oh, it'll be over before it ever started.
I mean, they can't really sue us. You don't have any money.
Also, they cannot sue us. They're saying just do
I know, but even it's...
You know, I don't think they have a copyright on just do it.
No, I know.
You know, LeBron tried to copyright Taco Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a big thing with him. He's like, you know, all the Instagrams and all that stuff. Every Tuesday, he like posts pics with him with his family. He's like, Taco Tuesday. So he tried to trademark it. Did not go through.
Yeah.
Very surprisingly. Really thought they would be on the side of this one.
I mean, bro, you could have just let... I mean, if you slid enough money under the table, maybe it would have happened.
I don't think so. Who knows, though? I don't know if it's really worth it, though.
I mean, no, probably not. Although I think also really sad. Wait, doesn't copyright claims... I'm not sure if this is just for movie stuff, but don't copyright claims and have an end date?
Yeah, but they're very, very long.
Isn't it like 70 years?
Yeah, it's something insane.
Oh, but it's not that.
70 years is a very, very long time.
And that's true. But it's not more than a century.
If you're a content creator in the same period, you will never be able to use it.
That's true.
Disney made it longer.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Disney's the ones that it used to be something like I don't know how much it was, but it was something fairly reasonable. Let's just say somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they were towards the end of it with a lot of their characters, and they wanted to keep it, so I don't know how they did it. I don't know, maybe they slid some money to some I don't know, some senator dudes, and then they got it to like an insane number.
Yeah. Freaking Disney.
Yeah.
Walt Disney was a bad man.
Was he?
I don't know. I've ever heard.
I wouldn't be surprised, but
it wouldn't be.
You know,
this is what today has come to. We're not surprised.
Well, that's not stupid. Listen, I think it's really someone's like famous and stuff. I think it's really I feel like you're kidding yourself if you expect them to be good people.
That's true, but Walt Disney was never mainstream thing. He wasn't ever.
I have no idea. It was way before my time.
Actually, I don't know.
You know, I don't I mean, all they're extremes, but for the most part, if some dude who's famous as hell is a jackass, it's what do you expect? What's his name? John Mulaney had a bit about it with what's his name? Mike Jack.
Yeah.
You know, where he's like...
what was the impersonation? Do it!
Not funny!
Not funny!
He was he's had a chant of thousands of people screaming his name like a god.
Yeah.
No wonder he's not going to be can I have a Coke?
You really did quote that. Holy shit. You quoted that word by
really?
word, yeah.
I didn't remember exactly what it was. You know, it's not... They're not going to be good people.
Mm-hmm. There's a funny comment I saw about John Mulaney. And
what?
It's why does he say words as if every first letter is capitalized?
Yeah, I saw that. That's good. It's really good.
Dude, that's so true. I saw a bit about, yesterday I saw about, this whole bit was just about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
I've
seen it.
It was really funny. I just kept dragging it on. And it was a goal.
You're another grandpa that didn't even think about it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder how many people in the audience were just laughing or not laughing.
What do you mean?
Because it's... I mean, to us, that's funny as hell, but maybe not to the average person, it's not that funny.
I think it is. I mean, he's doing pretty successful. I think...
No, but that bit specifically.
Why wouldn't it be? It's not really an age thing.
I
don't even remember Charlie and the Chocolate. I don't remember anything.
That's the best part. Is you don't remember anything.
I don't know anything.
He goes into details
there's
about it.
There's a fat girl or something, right? Or she becomes fat, and she becomes super fat, or something happens to her, and she basically dies.
Yeah. Low key death.
Yeah. I don't remember anything. Also, I have no memory of Shrek. See, I don't even know if I think I've seen it. I don't know the plot. I don't know anything.
Well, there were 4 movies, so I
don't know any of them, though. I don't know. The first one, I just remember, there was a thought, and he was, a Shrek. That's all I remember.
There was a thought, and there was a Shrek.
Which is him.
Yes. And
I don't
went
know
to save the thought.
Yeah.
and I thought ended up becoming an ogre.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or no, she wasn't. Wasn't she an ogre in the beginning, and then psych, she's actually a human?
I mean, she was a human, and I think someone turned her into an ogre.
Oh, I don't.
And then the fact that she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so ugly," and then she kind of like accepted it.
What a beautiful story.
I know, what a beautiful story. It really is
Wow,
beautiful. All about self-love. We don't have enough of that.
Hippie talk is that in the chat.
Yeah. And then I think they love. I don't remember if it's the first movie where they get like together.
There's no way they don't get together in the end of the first one. It's a Disney movie.
That's true.
My mom was saying yesterday how when we were kids living in America, like we didn't have any family or anything, so we just go see movies all the time. When we were, we were little. So my mom said like they always took us to watch a bunch of Disney movies. My mom was saying how she thinks she may have enjoyed them more than we did. All the Disney movies.
Really?
Yeah. I was like looking at like I didn't know what she was talking about, and then we started naming them. We saw so many Disney movies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't take us to movies.
Yeah, like it's not healthy. You'll have popcorn there.
Shut. That's not. First of all, that's true. My dad said that.
No, yeah, I knew it.
But in America, we were a lot less health orientated. Especially because my dad only like started working out seriously. I think a bit before we moved back.
Oh.
Like taking the whole health.
My dad only started a few years ago. Like
a few years ago.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like he would occasionally bike when we lived in America, but nothing close to here. Not all.
It's a big, 0 to 100.
Yeah. I mean, he biked occasionally.
So he does Ironmans and stuff.
And then he would play when we were pretty young and still lived in America. He played some basketball with his friends, and then he played some what's it called, squash. But then he had to stop that because it was like destroying his knees somehow. Yeah.
Huh? Well, yeah, that was basketball.
And we played with his friends. I don't think he was very good. Coordination doesn't really run in the family,
Coordination?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can hit threes.
I cannot hit threes.
That's because
you're thinking about that. There was a period of time where I was nice with it.
Yeah.
Those days have long since passed.
That's because
all I can do now is no, it was even before the corona. I was trash still. All I can do now is pass and defend. So that's all I can do at this point.
We can hit some pretty nice layups.
I'm a Lonzo Ball up in here. Make the smart pass, keep on moving.
I'm sure if we continue to play more basketball, you'll eventually get back to the point where you're like.
Hopefully, I'm satisfied with like what happened yesterday when I actually just put the clamps on David. That was he got so pissed, bro. I don't think he was
that mad.
Oh, he was at one point after I got in his face after I jumped to block his shot and he missed it and he pushed me away. He got mad. It was really funny. Oh my god. Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah. Do you when he shoots his shots? Do you ever step on the shoes?
I might when I land. I try not to. Because it's not good etiquette.
Yeah.
To land where the dude's shooting.
Especially when he has Yeezus on.
I didn't realize that. I don't. You know me. I don't give a shit
what
he's wearing. But part of it's also because you wouldn't. Okay. The Kawhi Leonard. Do you know who this player is?
Oh, it sounds familiar.
He's an NBA player. He's playing in the playoffs against the Warriors a few years ago. In the first game, they were up.
What was he on?
The San Antonio Spurs.
They
were whooping the Warriors in the first game. This is when they already have Durant up by 15. Kawhi takes a shot. The player on the Warriors defends him, jumps forward to block the shot, and he lands where Kawhi's landing, and he twists his ankle or something, and he was out for the series.
Oh.
And people got really mad at the player. He's like. He's a dirty player. He has a right. He's done some stuff. He's like, "Oops, I'm just big and clumsy." But you're like, "Okay, you're an athlete. I doubt you're that clumsy. You played in the NBA for 12 years. I think you have some basic balance and coordination." So I don't know. Every time I think of contesting a shot, I also just end up thinking of that because I might have even seen the game. I might have watched it. I don't remember. All the games I watched were like 5 in the morning, where it was like half awake. So, but like, dude, it's like not possible to block a shot. It's actually like impossible.
I blocked him yesterday.
That's amazing. I can't do it. I am so in his face.
He shoots above you. It's crazy.
And I'm
He's
like,
also extremely tall.
I'm like, I have this. I'm in his face, and I don't even touch the ball.
Yeah, but it's just give me a little scare,
I mean, like, he just shoots it though.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, but I feel like the more closer you are, the more pressure you put on them. So then that way, it's like you have less of a chance of it going in.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, but he used to get. I mean, not used to, but like there was a game where I was constantly stepping on the shoes. I didn't even realize it because I don't really care.
Yeah.
And he got really mad.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
I think that's why. I think even when he shoved me, I think I like ended up on him, like stepping on him. I mean, I don't know.
But it's fun. I see you.
It is hella fun.
Yeah. It is fun. I mean, I don't know. Like
when a dude's like balling, and then you just start defending him, and he's no longer balling.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
That's true. Also, I think the sense of adrenaline is like the highest defending David.
It definitely is. Because he's always doing shit.
Yeah, exactly. After this, take back, like, not wanting him to come?
No, not exactly. But, like, I don't know, like, because playing against him is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Playing with him, though, it can be very annoying, because he just doesn't really pass usually. Even though, like, he can.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't.
I feel like he's gotten better, though.
I mean, he's a great passer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's really good. He just doesn't do it often.
I mean, last game he was passing a lot.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I feel like I think.
I don't know. He was raining a lot of threes for the first like hour.
That's true.
So.
I was really tired yesterday. I still am. And now we have our little final sport.
Yeah, we have 2 kilometers easy, bro.
Yeah. Apparently my desk appointment is after.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. I feel like every podcast we're gonna talk about basketball. I think it's inevitable.
Maybe, yeah, man. We're just like slowly end up like becoming a basketball podcast, you know?
That'd be your dream of it, isn't it?
It'd be pretty dope, you know?
But it would just be lecturing.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good.
It'd be like for beginners who are like trying
it'd be like basketball and a dummy or something.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Dummy and basketball.
It wouldn't work well.
Yeah. Let me see how long. This is 53. 53 minutes.
Wow, that's a respectable amount so far.
Yeah, very respectable. Do you have anything else to say? Ask.
No.
I'm all yours.
I don't know. I've been thinking with the pod, you know, because it's been very long. We've done this for a very long time now.
Oh yes.
You know.
I like how you asked why did you start. You asked me why did we start the pod, or asked why I decided to start the pod before you even like got anywhere.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got to start off somewhere. You know. You said you were unprepared. You know.
Ask how did you start once like they already like made it. You know.
Well, no, but I'm not asking you how you started. I'm asking you why you're starting. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it starts in. You know, it's in the present. You know.
Yeah. You've been thinking on the pod?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what exactly. Maybe we should do something then. Like add something, like a topic point or something that isn't basketball or sports. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
Not really. Why? Why?
Just so we don't end up talking. I don't know.
We talk about everything though.
That's true. That's true. No, but I was thinking. Like what I thought maybe is if like we did It's like every week or whenever the fuck we do this thing. I don't even know what we're doing with this thing. It's like in between everyone, we consume a media.
I like this.
Either like an album or like a classical movie or something.
I like this. Actually, I really like that idea.
What can I say? I'm a very
I'm so down.
Yeah, you're with it.
I'm definitely with you.
You're down to boogie.
And then and the podcast is like a review.
Yeah, you know.
Let's just watch Endgame the shit on the
podcast. Dude, that's a great idea though. We should watch both of the movies. We should do that.
And then like give the second reviews.
Well, here's the thing though, like I don't remember hating it. I remember not liking it, but I don't remember hating it.
That's true.
I remember leaving both movies being like, and being like feeling underwhelmed and very confused. I'm like, everyone loves this. I'm like, why don't I? So, but I don't know. I don't think we're gonna like trash. Maybe we will end up trashing on it. I don't know.
I don't know. From what I remember of Endgame, it is very underwhelming.
But nobody thinks that. There's like not many people think that.
That's true.
It's a very, very, very well loved movie.
Yeah. When I think about it, Infinity War had more action than Endgame.
Probably, yeah.
I think I enjoyed Infinity War more than I enjoyed Endgame.
I don't know. I mean, the Thor scenes in the first one were pretty good.
Those
are really good.
I rewatched those.
Those are so cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. And then I think when Star-Lord and Iron Man and all them first meet, that's an entertaining scene.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're good scenes, but, like, there's a lot of time in there, too, when you're like, So.
Yeah, I guess what you mean. I think I really, enjoyed watching, Thor Ragnarok and then watching Infinity War, because, like, the change after you see, like, after Thor lost everything, and you see how he, like, takes it all in.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool to see that character development. Because he's kind of like the man is literally, he says it, like, he's just pure, just angry. Just angry, wants revenge. And before he's all like, for Asgard.
Yeah. But, like, for example, like, the snap, right?
Yeah.
It's like a very dramatic scene.
Very underwhelming.
It was so lame. I thought it was the lamest thing in the world.
Listen, I think you probably think it's lame for different reasons. Because I thought it was lame because I just knew if the characters would come back to life. That's it.
I don't know. I thought it was lame
because of how it looked, how it was filmed. You mean? Yeah,
because just how also the fact that you're like, oh, they're not really dead. You know, that was also part of it. Yeah. You're like, like, say psych right now. Say psych right now. But also I don't know. It's like, oh, I'm just turning into dust. I was also like, that part was lame, you know.
I mean, there was
the only good death was Spider-Man's. Yeah, he's like, oh no, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
He's like, no, it's Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark.
Mr. Stark. Oh, feels so good.
Yeah. And it's cool because like Tony, I was going to call him Mr. Stark.
Yeah.
Kind of, you can, like, his character sees Spider-Man as kind of like as himself, as a son. But he like denies it, which is funny. As
a dude, he's there for it. But it's like, you know, like, spoilers. Iron Man died in the second movie, right? I wasn't like effing chat. I was like, okay.
There goes the best character in the
I mean, he's pretty dope, but I don't know. I wasn't, I didn't feel like I really lost anything when he died, honestly. For the most, I was like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, also, like, the second one was so predictable. I thought. I mean, I could have just cranked out those, like when they say what their mission is and they all go to their times, you pause it right after that. I can be like, okay, this is exactly what's gonna happen. I said, I don't know who did we watch it with? Didn't watch it with Maya and Elia and Mika?
Elia, Mika, I think else Tomer as well.
Yeah. I think I was sitting next to like Elia. I was just like,
Nebula?
No. I was like Black Widow,
Oh, it's
I was like black because when I saw the scene starts and they're getting to the island.
Yeah.
I was like, Black Widow and Hawkeye are both gonna want to be the one to die. Mm-hmm. They're gonna fight, and Black Widow will win, and she'll be the one to die. It's exactly what happened.
Man, I don't care. I don't care about her. Like, honestly, I just don't care.
No, I remember our friend Noya, a cinematic man. Watches many things. He didn't see it as predictable. So I don't know. Maybe I just have foresight.
There's no way he did.
I remember him saying he didn't think it was that obvious.
Oh yeah, I can believe him. He didn't say that he thinks it wasn't that obvious, but I refuse to believe that objectively it wasn't that obvious.
I don't know, because I remember talking about it and I'm like, it was so obvious Black Widow was going to be the one to die. And he was like, really? I don't remember. Like I didn't think like.
I mean, it makes sense. Like you can just pull the fact that Hawkeye has a family. Boom.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all.
But also the fact that feminism and
I thought it was
they wanted Widow to be the one.
They wanted her to be the hero, which is it's fine. I was like that's what they're gonna do.
Did you think that scene was lame where all the in the final battle where all the women like ganged up together and were like they got.
I don't even remember this. Like I've seen the clips and stuff. Yeah. I don't remember it from the actual movie theater. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem. I like, sure.
You know what we should rewatch? Civil War.
Dude, that's a dope ass movie. That's probably the best Marvel movie I saw. Yeah. Like the Captain America movies are really good. Yeah. The first Iron Man movie is good. Mm-hmm. The first Avengers movie I remember liking. I honestly feel like if I watch it again, it will be lamer. Because it was made in the beginning of the whole,
That's true.
The bar was much lower. Mm-hmm. So they've cranked out a lot of really good movies.
That's true. Have you seen Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah, we saw it together, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did see it together.
Oh, I'm cold.
I'm
a woke.
I can't forget. Wait, what do you think of Age of Ultron?
I don't remember being a big fan of it. I remember being like, you're not gonna hit 100%, They're not all winners.
Mm-hmm. You should watch Civil War. I feel like Civil War, in my opinion, when I was thinking about it, Civil War
was what I expected the last two movies to be. The airplane scene in Civil War is what I expected for the last two movies.
I remember what was the airplane scene?
Where there's like 10 superheroes there.
Oh, you mean at the airport? Yeah.
That scene is dope as hell.
Yeah. But I was gonna say that Civil War seems to me, because there's like people who like don't see that as the opposite. Like Civil War isn't that good.
Yeah, I remember our friend Maya didn't like it.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I felt like Civil War. It seemed more like to me like, there's the songs. So we talked about this before. There's like the songs that hit the top charts, and then the songs that like don't really hit the top charts, but they have like a really like deep meaning to them. So that's kind of what Civil War was to me. Mm-hmm. Like something that was a movie like a really good plot, but like it was kind of so intricate that it wasn't like for a simple viewing.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I remember Maya saying, for example, like her problem with it was the actual villain of Civil War was very dumb, and if you thought about it, it didn't really make any sense.
Why?
I don't remember, but because like the dude, how did the dude know all this information? And wanted to get all of them against each other, like a lot of unreasonable stuff, which I don't remember too well because it's been a while, but she's probably right. But I'm not like, there's a lot of really cool action scenes, and the fact that you think the movie is going to be about like 8 more assassins like Bucky, and then they say psych and they're all dead. Like I was like, I didn't expect that one. I was like, okay, you got me. You got me. Whenever I get got in the TV or movie, I end up really liking it because I don't think it happens often. So,
but a thing that you can say to Maya's argument about how it doesn't make sense that a guy would like know all this and put the Avengers against each other. At the same time, like when you have a bunch of extreme when you live in a world where extreme events occur, like the end of the world, but they like for example like the Measures 1 where Loki came, and then Sokovia, which is basically about to bring the brink of destruction of humanity. Then it makes sense that supernatural events like this would cause for people to not act normal, because that's not their normal is very different.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I don't really. I see what you're saying, but I don't really buy the argument. I don't really remember though about the
wacky reality to live in.
That's true. It'd definitely be wacky.
Yeah.
I mean, like what I also thought was weird was it starts in Civil War how there's a lot of people against the Avengers. And now there's that one lady who like blames Tony Stark for the death of her son or something. And you're like, what do you? This doesn't actually make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like not that it wouldn't happen in real life, because it probably also does.
Yeah.
Because it's what grief does and stuff. When you like think about it with a critical eye, you're like, these dudes saved the world, and you're mad at them because some people died. You're like, what do you mean? How does that make any sense?
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
Yeah. But like, I think also the thing in Civil War is it's not a black and white movie. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're like obviously the government is like there is
truth to what the government says.
Like the government no I think the government's completely in the wrong. But Tony sides with the government, and you can see why he sides with them, because he's very conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Black Widow, who's like doesn't want to betray the government, and at the same time is good friends with Captain America. Captain America also doesn't want to betray his country, but he's trying to be there for his best friend Bucky. It's good. It's good. Endgame, just like big purple guy is bad guy. He must die.
Yeah, but I was gonna say one thing. What you brought up, the duality of these things, they're very similar to the themes we learned in our literature. Whenever there was the play Antigona.
Okay.
Where we talked about city versus like for the city or for the personal life.
Okay. I'm just cringing because I hate Antigona. I think it's kind of hot trash, but you know.
I know, but it's funny how those literature themes kind of come up in the same way.
Hubris is a really it's a thing used all the time in literature. Mm. What happens to the Night King?
Night King, right.
It's hubris. Part of what happens is he's like slowly walking up to Bran, being like, "I'm the fucking man," you know, just not getting it happens all the time. Mm-hmm. There's probably other villains and stuff in Game of Thrones and just shows and TVs in general.
Yeah.
Because it's a literature thing, but it's also a real thing, you know.
Yeah, but I also want to touch upon the fact that you said in the Endgame the purple guy's the bad guy.
I just disagree with you here, because you're like Thanos is a complicated. I don't know if complicated.
I know. I was gonna say that the Endgame Thanos was a lot worse than
yeah, but I know. But
Thanos.
I also didn't like. I thought Infinity War Thanos. I didn't like. I didn't feel like there was any complexity to him either. They definitely. I see what you're. They definitely tried to make complexity in Infinity War and Endgame. It seemed like they just got away with that, but like they didn't do it at all. But I didn't feel like there was any actual complexity with him.
Well, I mean, I thought it was so because one that he loved Gamora, and then also like
that's an Endgame though. Oh no, it isn't Infinity War. Right, it is. Yeah, that was also so obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. He had something something like affectionate about him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like affection for one of the characters that are on the good side, and also the fact that his whole crusade of things was, although it's evil in our minds, but he believes that he's a vindicator.
Yeah,
like he believes he's doing the world good, and it's like. You can even kind of understand his side.
The problem is that it's in my mind it's so obviously bad that there isn't really much debate there, you know?
I mean, is it?
in my mind, it is pretty obvious that the solution should not be to wipe out half of the living galaxy.
See, okay, I agree with you. But then again, like, that's just, like, morally, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, like, his solution still works.
Practically, I see the other side.
Yeah.
Practically,
yeah.
I could see you making the case.
He's a practical man.
But, like, I'm just like, that's not how it works. Like, practically, Brain might be the greatest king in the world. When you really think about it, though, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Still, I mean, like, it wasn't. I like the fact that it wasn't just like on pure evil. That's what I really enjoyed. And it was like we showed sides. Like it felt like in Infinity War there was a character arc to Thanos.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I didn't feel it though. I did not feel it. It was just like, oh, I am all about balance. When he gives Gamora, when she's like a little kid, like the knife, and it's supposed to be like balanced, and you just like killed everybody on the planet. It was like, you know,
not everybody, half.
Right, half. You know what? You're right. Silly me. How could I? It's like, I see what you're doing. I don't buy it though.
I was about to make some really nasty comparisons.
What?
About killing half the population, and like. It's like, I was thinking about genocide, but but if you're killing half the population, it's like half genocide.
Yeah, I guess so.
And like the Nazis kind of sort of tried genocide.
I mean, they did a little more than half a genocide.
Wasn't there like
there was
6 million?
There was 8 million Jews
in the world.
Yeah.
No, in Europe there was 8 million Jews.
I think there was 8.
No, in Europe there was 8 million.
Well, I think there was less than 12 for sure.
In what? In total?
Yes.
We can search this up.
Alright. I'm fairly certain, because I bet you almost all the Jews were either in America or in Europe. And if you're...
They're not all in Europe.
They were I think almost all of them were in Europe. How many...
Now... Okay, so this is going to segue into something really weird. But I'll let you switch that up first. You get it.
So, okay, well, no. In Europe alone, 9.5 million Jews lived in Europe.
Yeah. So we can say around 12 million.
Okay, you know what? Maybe it was happening.
Now, okay, so we talked about Thanos and how, you know, it's not very moralistic. From a moral side, it doesn't really make sense to kill half the population, right?
Oh.
Wait, is there a number?
It seems like it was around 16 million.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
Huh. Did not think that. Okay, then. Okay,
right, because people always say they killed a third of the population of the Jewish population.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I never know. But now it brings us to another point. Although they didn't kill half of us, but we talked about how, you know, his way of things wasn't not very good morally.
Yes.
But technically speaking, if possibly without the Holocaust, the Jews wouldn't have a state.
Oh, there would be no Israel if there was no Holocaust. 100%. But
so technically,
but here's the thing though. Sometimes there is a thing. Let's say there's a guy who grew up abused, right?
Yeah.
And he grows up and he's a successful dude.
Yeah. There's
a tendency to say because of the struggles he went through, he's the man he is now. Where in reality, the correct thing to probably say is in spite of. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know,
but you still can't. I mean, I don't understand how that correlates with. Like for example,
you are right though. There would be no Israel if there's no Holocaust.
Yeah.
100%.
So it's kind of like we got Thanos.
I guess. Sure.
I mean, before the whole Nazi thing, there was a bunch of like hatred, anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
And then the Holocaust happened.
Yeah.
And then all the Jews were like, "Oh shit, we need to find a solution to this." So they went and built Israel, and then they all came together to create a body of protection around each other.
Yeah.
So like maybe I don't like to say the Holocaust is what they needed or what we needed, but like it kind of.
I mean, I know, but I see what you're saying. It's I think you're right though. I think it seems like you're right, but I don't if, like in the same time though. If we're going down these events, if for example, let's say for example, Hitler never died, maybe we would have a country anyways. You know, it's not like he was murdered; he just died from natural causes.
Yeah, wait, what are you saying? If he died,
that if he didn't die, maybe we would have had a country. Who knows?
I mean, yeah, but we could have maybe had a country in a different place. I think. Wait, no.
No,
they didn't settle for that, right?
No. They didn't do that.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, maybe the world needed try to show that they had to band together, and therefore, I mean, there's always the saying where like, events happen. It's like the saying, people get soft, and then some critical event happens, and it makes people strong.
Hard times make strong men. And strong men make good times. Good times make weak men.
Weak men, yeah, and then the cycle repeats.
Yes.
So it's kind of yes.
I don't think it applies here, but
What do you mean? I think it does. I think it does. Because you can say for the Jews that were living in Europe weren't very. I mean, they're kind of like people didn't realize. I don't know if you can really blame it on that they're like soft, but the fact that they didn't realize the people they were they're going to lead to their death. Like by staying where they were.
Okay.
And like they weren't really banded together. And like after the Holocaust happened, they were like, oh fuck. Like the people I think toughened up. Especially not even just the people who went through it, but also people who were like, this happened to the people that I share the same ethnicity with.
Yeah.
So it's kinda like, fuck, we need to
yeah, but I don't think it's
together.
Yeah, but it doesn't really have to do anything with soft or strong or any of that stuff. It's not the same thing.
I guess so. But I mean, it's also not the same. You can be
also like I think that whole expression, I'm pretty sure it's I think it's more for older civilizations. Because usually this was like the strong ones are on top with the bigger numbers. You know? Like the way civilization works now, and the way you know how basically civilization and technology and all that is just basically always going up now.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a tendency to think it's always been like that. Like we started at 0 and it's only gone up. It's not at all how it works. It's only I don't know last few hundred years, I don't know. It's been like that where it's constantly up. Before then though, it was up and down. As civilization would rise, technology would get better, then they would get wiped out, and then the technology and stuff would go down.
I mean, actually, I know that. But if another civilization probably took over them, which is probably what happened when they.
Yeah, but like for their stories, for example, of civilizations or people going through old, desecrated, and destroyed ruins of places before, and seeing these buildings and stuff, and be like, "What the hell is this? This is insane. We can't even imagine this stuff." So, like what you're saying makes sense, but it wasn't always true.
I think actually I think that works with I think ancient Egypt was like that, because I think the technology was like really thriving at the time, and then they went lost or something. The civilization died or something.
Maybe. I mean, it could also be part of the fact that for the most part, a lot of ancient civilizations were about they took a place and would wipe it out, and the people there, and they wouldn't. They would try to really make it their place. Like what we learned about Persia, they were like one of the first to do some things differently. Yes, yeah. Like even militarily, from what I understand, if Persia would capture a place that was really good, that had a lot of really good archers, they'd be like, okay, in our army, you're going to be the archers. Seems very, very obvious. Was not like that, though, from what I understand in ancient civilization. If they capture another place next to the coast and they're really going to make boats, they're like, you guys are going to make boats for us. It's like very simple, obvious stuff, but I don't think it was like that back in the day.
Yeah.
They captured the place that everyone's like a bunch of good archers. They're like, fuck you, guys are all spearmen now. You know?
Yeah. We've evolved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's a good, nice place to end off. It's been quite a long time.
Yes, indeed. You gotta go get your pump, man.
I have to go get my pump.
Pump of the iron.
But
What does Danny say?
What? Danny's pumping iron.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of watching like some sort of content and reviewing it. I like that. Alright.
Thank you.
This has been Slice and Spice. That's it. Okay. You have any outro thing?
Not yet. I can't. I don't know, man.
Go follow me on Spotify.
Oh, there we go. That's what we should do.
Yeah, and YouTube.
And SoundCloud, man.
And SoundCloud at Schwecked. And this is Slice and Spice, but you already, if they're watching it, they're probably already here.
You never know.
Fuck. Yeah, okay, bye.